Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you guys so much for tuning in. First, let me introduce you to this new subscription service. Deck of Scarlet is a new cruelty-free subscription service. The palette costs $29.99 every other month. The palette comes in 3 eyeshadows, 2 cheek shades, 2 lip colors, and 2 pencils, 1 eyeliner and 1 lip liner. Now, the services also offer free shipping. You can cancel anytime or skip if you don't particularly feel the shades on the palette. Every palette is 100% cruelty-free, paraben-free, and made right here in the US, which is for me is super duper important. Now, Deck of Scarlet releases a new palette every other month and they collaborate with big YouTubers. This particular palette is in collaboration with Sonjdradeluxe here in YouTube, which I thought is super duper cool because I love supporting fellow YouTubers. Now, I thought the palette is also great for any makeup enthusiast or makeup beginner since you're getting all the products that you need to create a variety of look in just one palette. Now that you got to know a little bit of the service, I want to talk about the beautiful shades in this palette. First, I'm gonna swatch the eyeshadows separately with eye primer and on bare skin. First eyeshadow shade is called Maya. It's a gorgeous copper, bronzy, rose gold shade, which I thought perfect for everyday lid shade alone. Next is called A because she's a Canadian. It's a gorgeous burnt red brown, perfect for crease shade or even on the lid if you're feeling a little vampy. And lastly, this True Black matte eyeshadow right here, probably the most creamy True Black eyeshadows I've ever encountered so far. Moving on to the cheek shades, Montego Bay is a nice bronzy shade which apparently pretty close to my skin tone. That's why you can barely see it right here. But I thought it's a nice transition shade for the lid as well. Next is the highlighter called Shimmy Shimmy Yeah. It's a nice champagne highlighter. Again, I feel like it's too close to my skin tone, but I like that it gives you a very subtle highlight. Now let's talk about the lip shade. First is this beautiful peachy nude shade right here. It's called Scrumptious. Again, perfect for everyday nude for light skin though, because I feel like this is too light for me. Next is this beautiful burgundy shade called Woo, or I don't know how you call it. I mean, this shade is just gorgeous for any skin tone. And lastly, this lip liner called Heartless and eyeliner called Anarchy. Now, let's go and test out these bad boys. First, I'll be doing a look which is perfect for daytime or when you go to work. Like always, we're gonna start with a lid primer. Then, I'm gonna set my lid and brow bone area with the shade Shimmy Shimmy Yeah. For my transition shade, I'm grabbing Montego Bay and I'm gonna wash that out above my crease area. To deepen up our outer corner, I'm gonna be grabbing the shade A and I'm gonna lightly feather that in towards my nose bridge. Don't forget to blend the 2 shades together for a nice transition. Now feel free to also add more of those shade A to your liking. Now I'm gonna line my upper lid with the pencil liner called Anarchy, and I'm actually having a tough time with this one. It swatched perfectly, but it doesn't work on my lid, especially on my waterline, as you guys can see. So I ditched that black eyeliner and used the lip liner instead to add a little bit of color on my lower lash line. Then I set that with the shade A again and for a nice subtle smoke out lower lash. Then I realized my eyes look a little red for my liking, so I grabbed the matte black eyeshadows and apply that on the top of my lid. This will also hide my my lash band later on. I also decided to apply the same black eyeshadow on my outer third of my lower lash line. Then I went ahead and applied my falsies. This is by Ardell. Now onto my face. I first applied the bronzer shade on the areas where I usually contour my face. Then I followed by the highlighting shade Shimmy Shimmy Yeah one more time. I love that name. Anyways, as for the lips, I first applied the lip liner to outline my lips and also blend that in a little bit. Then I top it off with the nude eyeshadow for a nice ombre slash fuller lips effect. And that's the daytime look for you, my loves. Now, let's move on to the nighttime look. First, I ditched the natural falsies because we are going to wear another set of fabulous lashes later. Starting with the shade A, once again, we are going to deepen that outer corner even more. Taking a clean blending brush, I'm gonna blend that shade a little bit. Next, we are going to smoke it out even further by taking the matte black eyeshadow once again, starting from the outer corner and then feather it in towards the nose bridge. Now, this eyeshadow is super pigmented, so be very careful. I recommend to place the color first to wherever you want it to be, then blend using the tip of the brush and with a light hand. I also want to recommend to build up the colors when applying black eyeshadows. Make sure to place them first and then blend, then add more till you reach your desired shade. And lastly, for the lid, I'm grabbing the shade Maya and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid area. Now, feel free to add more black to kind of match the lid shade as well as to blend the two shades together. Oftentimes, your brush still have colors in them, so working with black eyeshadows, make sure to add on by not picking any more color first. Just use whatever is left on the brush. If you think you need more, then feel free to grab some more. Alrighty, loves, now I also add more of those to my lower lash line to match my lid area. Again, blend for a nice transition. You want the colors to look fade out. Since I really want to make this eyeliner to work, I grabbed me some lighter and light it up. It's an old trick to make an eyeliner work, but this time it didn't work for me. Oh well. I went ahead and grabbed my trusty felt tip liner from Wet n Wild instead and lined my upper lid and used the eyeliner from Wet n Wild as well to line my waterline. Now here I applied my Cocoa Lashes in Ariel, my favorite. And lastly, for the lips, I applied the shade Woo all over my lips. One thing I want to point out though, you need to apply this shade moderately. I went a little too crazy over this lip shade because I love it so much. I ended up transferring them on my teeth. Anyways, that concludes my nighttime makeup, my loves, and here's my daytime makeup again for comparison. That's it for this video, my loves. I hope you enjoy it. Please refer to the description box for more info about Deck of Scarlet as well as more written review of this monthly subscription. That's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in and I'll talk to you guys on my next video. I love you.